between Emirates. They have established, it's a 30,000 acres of the vertical farm. 30,000 acres of vertical farm. Huge one. That's the country's largest one. These are the economics of the agri-boats. For different operations you can use them. Wherever it is economical, that can be used. You can see where 303 euros is benefit grass cutting. Golf clubs, they can use it. Then there are cloud-based softwares available for management of the accounts, or even ravel receiver or field zone tracking coordinates are there to manage complete farm operations. And Agritech SaaS is one tool which can manage a lot of activities. But then for all this, you need a good GPR. Unless you make a good GPR as to where exactly you have to focus upon to minimize your costs, at the same time increase your profits. A market analysis, selection of right scale of operational model, operations analysis you have to do it, and finally financial assessment you have to do it. Once you do that, in the morning we were talking, these are all the companies you see, Profarm, these are all Indian farms. Farm to Farm, Bombay Ham, Agric Slab, Bangalore, most of them are in Bangalore and Gurgaon. And so many employees can see the funding somewhere, it's around, one of them is about $185 million. 184 in Jakarta, Bangalore. And these are some of the companies which are in vertical farming. Urban Kisan, I told you, GT Solutions, Growing Greens. They are all establishing these facilities for you. From government side, we have a policy support for this. The PM Kisan drone, for that matter, the last budget they have introduced it. You can buy a drone if you are a government organization and use it for the farmers' benefit. But farmers are also coming down as FPOs or FPVCs, and they are investing into it, because normally nowadays about 8 to 9 lakhs it costs for a drone with 10 kg payload capacity. But then one difficulty is that that payload capacity is very short for that battery life, because you have to do a lot of rounds for this brain. So that's where the scientific investment is required to increase that payload capacity. Now we have novel materials. With that, you can do all those things, 3D printing, all these things what we are talking about, carbon fibers. Nanomaterials are coming out, lightweight systems, with which you can anyway increase. We were having huge one-room big computers at one point of time, and today we have only on our laptop. So miniatures can be done. And then drones for soil and crop health monitoring. There the SensaGrid project is there. Financial support to startups. Lot of startups, they are giving up to 25 lakhs as your grant in aid for your startup for incubating it. Then National Horticulture Board, especially because horticulture is the one that gives you almost about 29% of the GVA out of total agriculture. Fisheries sector contributes maximum GVA, followed by horticulture sector, and then the crops, forestry and then crops. So the horticulture promotion, a lot of schemes are available, and there are precision farming development centers across the country to develop these technologies. So some of the gaps are that we have to have human to human, human to machine and machine to machine interfaces properly understood. This is where the holistic picture of the entire farming situation will come to us. And once we do that, we'll have the best communication systems established, and that's how we can implement the project successfully. The beauty is that the country has 127 diverse agroecological regions. You can choose all these places, right from Ladakh, cold regions, to hot Navik, Koilpatti regions and all those things. From high rainfall regions of Cherpunji to low rainfall regions like Rajasthan. You can choose your product. You can tailor-make your final product for this situation. 85% are small and marginal farmers. Unless you have a sort of hand-holding to them, their variable socio-economic status will not allow you to put them together. And then way forward is that, I don't say that you have to give up traditional farming. They have to have it. A hybrid mode, like how we are having it today. Online plus offline systems. A hybrid mode is required to balance identifying niche crops where you can invest and then develop into it, and then go for the traditional crops. Rice and wheat, if you want to do it in vertical farming, I don't think it's basket of options for scale of operation and simplified user interfaces. That's very important. And then it should, because it is very knowledge intensive, there's a continuous handholding which is required. Because most of our farmers, 85% of the farmers are illiterate. We have to give them that handholding. And that actually, the extension is one of the weakest links in the entire agricultural system. Hardly there is any research in extension as to how do we handle the sociological systems of the farming. We can do biology of the farming. We can give them improved seed. We can do the physics of the farming, or engineering of the farming, give them big tractors, everything. But then social systems, it's very hard because they are tied up with so many other interactions. And then technical backstopping through research and innovation support systems, rich returns by market integration and surplus produce management systems. This is another important aspect. Quite often we see tomatoes thrown on road, potatoes thrown in UP and road, because the market is not profitable. So once we have that, government has provided a lot of cold storage systems, but then they are not distributed into those areas where it is required. The policies, they are very good at making very good policies, but when it comes to the implementation part of it, there is a huge gap. That's where we have to bridge that. And then balanced partnership among farmers, industry, consumer stakeholders. This is what is most important. Then probably we can take all these things along with us further. And say for instance, flood irrigation. Then the farmers relieve water into the field to irrigate the fields. Every farmer understands that it is a very bad technology because your water is not optimally used, your soil is getting damaged. Government should make it a policy that everybody should have drip or sprinkler irrigation or rain gun system. Everybody should be supported by that. There are some technologies where, say if you have a car, after 15 years, you are not allowed to drive that car. After 20 years, it's bad. So similar system should come into picture. Then only the farmers get benefit. So the next green revolution is a hybrid of smart farming and indoor farming with application of modern technological tools to be food and nutritional security and food safety. The last right corner picture, I don't know how many of you have noticed, the other day I was coming from, last week I was in Delhi, I was traveling down from T3 terminal. That picture I captured. It's not machine alone. Man and machine should go together. They have put it as Namaste, but I want to use it as man and machine should go together. Then the farmer has to do. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Dr. Desai. I proved that you are smart. You proved that smart farming is good. All members proved that you are actually very, very smart. A big thanks to you. And you have achieved 4 things. Apart from the good inputs, both our indoor and the other farming, you have made up my members, after 270 members here, the 273 number, only 2 people are sleeping, 270 did not sleep. Secondly, they did not share it their cell phones also. You have stolen them by listening to 2 good musics or favorite musics of our Tamil and Telugu. So they are made sleepless. They did not share it their cell phones. They were only staring at you. So that is your achievement. Third thing is, we are extremely happy about your lecture. Both the farming, indoor and the smart farming. Now I request you, he needs at least 40 minutes time to teach, to educate us. If you can stay, otherwise we will have a questions for you. Okay, so I leave both of you. Then with the permission of my friend, I request my friends to ask any questions to the smart man about smart farming. Thank you.
Not that smart. Thank you. Actually, these videos, I edited them for a minute each and then put those music because I am coming to Tamil Nadu.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay. Yes, sir, please.
What is the economic size of agricultural land with reference to rice or some other crop? See, all these farmers are half acre, 2 acres, 5 acres. And that's one thing. Secondly, is the corporate farming likely to come to India?
Yeah. You asked two important questions. One is that we definitely switched from subsistence farming to commercial farming long time ago, about 5,000 years ago. But then that size, what you are asking of it, it's actually, it depends on what crop you are taking up and then the profitability from that particular crop. If you are growing paddy or wheat, your margin is very less if you are having 1 or 2 acres. You have to have at least about 20-30 acres because per acre, if you are growing paddy, 1 acre paddy, you will get 20,000-25,000 rupees as net profit. Imagine if you are growing for 5 months a paddy crop, getting 25,000 rupees for a family which is investing husband, wife and 2 children, or 2 labor, 4 persons. What is the monthly income for them? But the story doesn't end there. He has 1 animal for him, a dairy animal. He has 2 sheep and he has about 5 backyard chicks. So that's where he meets his total requirement. This is what we call it integrated farming systems, wherein you get the economic benefits, but that differs between rain-fed farming and irrigated farming. If it is irrigated farming, you should have to have about 2.5 acres in this area. 5 acres. If it is rain-fed farming, about 2.5 acres is sufficient. Most of the times, you fail in rain-fed agriculture because farmer is engaged for 110 to 130 days. The rest of the time,